Hello, everyone. Hope everything's going great with you. We are going to look at DSMA 11, area and symmetry. I broke it up into two videos, so this is the first video. We did some problems like this back in the beginning. Again, we're just getting used to wording again and looking at inequalities. So with this one, it's at most 4 people in the elevator. That means that we don't want any more than 4, but we would include 4. Now remember, these were kind of tricky. We could have 0 people in the elevator as well. So we could have 0 people, 1 person, 2 people, 3 people, or 4 people. And so the answer would be A. We looked at some of these number lines in the past. It's been a long time. I can't remember if we did the plus or minus sign. So the plus or minus sign just means that whatever number's after that, we're going to add that number. We're also going to subtract that number. So in this case, we're going to have 0 in the middle, and we're going to go to the left 3. We're also going to go to the right 3. And notice it does say includes the endpoints. So if we include the endpoints, that means that we want to use a bracket, just like when we did with inequalities. So in this case, C looks close. It's got a 0 in the middle. It goes 3 to the left and 3 to the right, but it has parentheses. So that would be if we were not including the endpoints. Since we are including the endpoints, we're going to go ahead and use D. So we have 0 in the middle. We go 3 to the left. We subtract 3. We add 3, and we're including the endpoints, and so we use the brackets. So let's look at this one. This one has 50 plus or minus 80. It again says include the endpoints. So we're going to use brackets again. All this is saying is that we want 50 in the middle, and then it's going to be symmetric. Remember, symmetric means it looks the same on each side. So in this case, we're going to move 80 to the left. We're going to subtract 80 from 50. That would get us all the way down to negative 30. And then on the right-hand side, we're going to take 50 plus 80, which would get us up to the 130. Because it says include endpoints, we want brackets. So it's going to be B with 50 in the middle. If you subtract 80, you get down to negative 30. If you add 80, you go up to 130, and we're including the endpoints. So this one is the same idea, except we've got decimals, which is fine. We do have to check. It does say include the endpoints, so we know we're going to use brackets. So we want the 4.5 in the middle, not negative 4.5. I don't know where that came from for C and D, but 4.5. We're going to subtract 2, go down to 2.5. We're going to add 2, go up to 6.5. And then, of course, since we're including the endpoints, we're going to use brackets. Notice B has parentheses. We don't want that. We're going to take A with the brackets, meaning that we are including the endpoints. Okay, last slide for doing the first part of this section. This time we're going to have negative 5 in the middle. We're going to add 1.5 and subtract 1.5. This time, notice it says do not include the endpoints. So since it says that, we're going to use parentheses. That denotes that we don't use the endpoints, but we use the decimal as close to that endpoint as possible. So we want the negative 5 in the middle. Looks like B and D won't work because those have a positive 5 in the middle. If we subtract 1.5, we get down to negative 6.5. If we add it, we end up with negative 3.5. And because we want the parentheses, because we're not including the endpoints, we're going to go ahead and take A. If we were including the endpoints, then C would have worked with the brackets.